Hello everyone, my name is Hallie, and today I'm really excited because I have a whole list of show book pairings, and these shows and books I think go perfectly well together and they match the genre so well. So I used to watch more shows than I read. Now I read more than I watch, so I feel like I have a lot to choose from, and I think I have pretty good recommendations if I do say so myself. So I'm going to dive in. But first, I have to say a lot of these titles that I'm going to say are both books and TV shows, which can make this kind of confusing, but I'm going to specify if I'm talking about the book or the show, and usually the one that I'm talking about is the one that I like more, that I'm more familiar with. So basically, that's gonna go. So the very first pairing, the very first TV show that I'm gonna mention is called Pistol. It's on Hulu. And this is a case where I think the book that I'm going to talk about is more known than the show. But I cannot recommend Pistol enough. It is about Sex Pistols, and you don't have to be a fan of them or know their music or anything to watch it. It's just an amazing show, and I highly recommend that you check it out on Hulu. And the pair that it goes with is Daisy Jones and the Six, Very Shiny by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is about Daisy Jones and the Six, and it just examines the band and like the music industry. It's super realistic, also like funny at times, and I find I enjoy both the show Pistol and Daisy Jones and the Six on like very the same level. So the next show book duo we're talking about is the show 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. And the pair that I'm going to pair it with is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. And they are both super high stakes, super like traumatizing books about high schoolers and emotional turmoil. And they're both very hard to get through. So if you like just high schoolers just going through something and like, I don't know, getting through like a seemingly impossible, really tough situation, emotional anguish, and I recommend both. So the next show that I'm going to talk about, this is another case where the book is more well known than the show, but the show is Please Like Me, and I think at some point it was on Hulu. I hope it's still on there. But it is about a man coming into the world and like realizing his homosexuality, and it's very like drama filled. So the book that I'm pairing with that is Normal People, and that book is also a show which I really love. Honestly, I like the show more, but and it got me into the book and helped me visualize the book. But I still do recommend the book. Well, both. So they're both very like dramatic and they have lots of romance in them. They're very different, but I would definitely recommend them together. The next show is a show that people did not like, and it's called Winx, The Fate Saga. And everyone just hated the show, but I was like, it's fine. It's magic and fairies. They weren't quite what we wanted, but it is what it is. But the book I'm pairing with that is A Great and Terrible Beauty, because both the book and the show are about magical boarding schools and like teenagers realizing their powers. Because A Great and Terrible Beauty, the main character, Gemma, she discovers she can travel through different realms and she has access to magic that she didn't know about. And so I think they're definitely on the same wavelength. So the next very well known show is The Witcher. It's based on a video game if you don't know. And I think it got turned into a book after. I don't know the timeline. But I don't know. I feel like you all know what The Witcher is about. It's like a action adventure, spicy, uh, you know, very exciting. It's fantasy based. The Witcher, he like slays monsters, yada yada yada. And I'm gonna pair that with Nevernight. The books are both very super action heavy. They're both for like 17 and up, to be very clear. And yeah, they're both spicy. They've got a little action adventure, and it's pretty can get pretty violent, I gotta say. But I'm a big fan of both. So the next show is, I don't think it's that well known, Looking for Alaska. I love the book and the show, but I'm talking about the show right now because it's also on Hulu. I sound like I work for Hulu, but I don't. But it's the show is just amazing. It's funny, even though what the show is about is like really dark. There's still like humor in it, and it's just amazing. And I love the cast and how they did it. Brought the book to life in the best way. And I'm gonna pair that with a movie. I'm cheating because it's not. Oh, a movie book, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Uh, so I don't know. I guess I like both. If you're a Harry Potter fan, Hermione is in Perks of Being a Wallflower. But anyway, so I guess I recommend both the book and the movie. Um, Perks of Being a Wallflower, and then the book and the show Looking for Alaska. So yeah, they're both about also high stakes high school drama, and like coming of age. The next one is in the Vampire Academy. Um, I spoiled it. I meant the vampire category. And it's a Vampire Diaries and Vampire Academy. I stole my own thunder. So basically, they're both, you get it. They're both vampires, romance. There's really not more that needs to be said. If you're a vampire fan, you know, you know what you like. So, is Vampire Academy the best book ever? No. And I heard Vampire Diaries have books, which also aren't that good. So, I don't know. But anyway, I read Vampire Academy back in the day, and I liked it. So, I don't know. Put yourself in the mind of like, I don't know. I was gonna say 10 years ago. That might be too far back. 5-ish years ago, and then read it. The next one is a bit strange pairing, but the show, Bridgerton, any of the seasons will work. And the book that goes with that is The Shadows Between Us. It also has like sort of regal setting. It has like the Viscount, the Duke. They both have that. They both have courts and everything. Yeah, same kind of historical setting, and like more romance based in Bridgerton. But I recommend them both. So again, the book is The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levinson. The next one is, I'm gonna talk about, should I talk about? Let's talk about the show Shadow and Bone. Oh no. It's so confusing because everything is both show and a book. Okay, let's talk about the show Wheel of Time and the book Shadow and Bone. They're both high fantasy. They're both kind of, a bit of, you got magic, action, adventure. They're very much the same genre. So I feel like if you're gonna like one, you're gonna like the other. So there you go. I like. I did not like the Shadow and Bone first book, but apparently it gets better after that. So I don't know. You tell me. And Wheel of Time, those books are like that. So I don't know. I feel like I would recommend to watch Wheel of Time, even though I don't know. Maybe watch both shows. I don't know, because I really hope that the Shadow and Bone books get better, but I heard Six of Crows is better. So maybe just read Six of Crows. I don't know. Again, you tell me. So that's that for more high fantasy recommendations. So now, the very, very last one. The show that I'm going to talk about is Dear White People. It's also a movie, but I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the show. It's about this black girl in college. She has a podcast, like a feminist podcast on campus called Dear White People. Oh, it's like a racialist feminist podcast. And then the book that I'm going to compare it with is Take a Hit, Danny Brown by, I believe, Tabitha Hibbert. Sorry if I said her name wrong. But there's a whole series of Brown Sisters books, and I'm sure in some way they're kind of the same flavor. So maybe I recommend all of them. I'm really excited to get through that whole series, but I've only read just Take a Hint, Danny Brown. But yeah, both Take a Hint, Danny Brown and Dear White People about powerful black women, and both like spicy, very exciting, very funny, and yeah, I highly recommend them both. So thank you for watching this video. I know I ramble a bit, but if you're not a reader, hopefully you watch these shows. Then you love the shows so much that you read the books. So hopefully that happens. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.